A woman told me that she ain't had no interest in me because I wasn't dark enough.
I had a woman tell me that. Oh,
And I
listen,
said, why?
I had a bad, listen, I had a bad dark
Well,
skin
you not
chick,
smart
right?
enough.
Tell me that, right? But I didn't know at that time. My mentality at that time wasn't up to par. Whereas though I could understand that she had self-esteem issues.
What's up, y'all? Welcome. We're ready to have a session with Dr. Umar. He over there doing something on his phone right now. He ain't paying attention. So you just smiling. But it's going to go down. He ready to talk about some real important things about relationships. It's information we all need to know, especially as men. I deal with these women. Hopefully he's the opposite of what Steve Harvey did. We're going to find out, okay? Tune in. Got you.
Good evening. Welcome to another exciting edition of Keeping It Real Fridays. I am your host, Dr. Umar Johnson, psychologist and educator. Tonight's program is being brought to you by way of PhillyStream.com. If you were with us on our last segment, we had a very powerful conversation with a group of African American women giving their honest and candid opinions on the relationship situation facing them and black men. Well, tonight, as we promised, we're going to give you the flip side of that conversation. Tonight, we're going to be joined by 4 very intelligent and very powerful black men who are going to give you their honest opinions and their candid views on the relationship status between black men and black women. If you're a brother, you'll get some insight, and you'll also probably hear a lot of views that you support and may not support, but all information is positive. And if you're a black woman, you'll get an opportunity, probably for the very first time, to know exactly what men think. So we hope tonight's presentation will be educating and also entertaining. So without any further ado, let me introduce you to our 4 panelists for this evening. First we have Brother John, and we have Brother Douglas, also Brother Dave, and last Brother Eric, who's also producer of Keeping It Real Fridays. So we're going to get right into tonight's conversation. And my first topic, gentlemen, is about traits. What it is you look for in a prospective mate. When a black man is out there dating, and understanding that we're not one monogamous group, but the truth is we all share a lot of things in common, okay? Because there's a collective consciousness that engages all black men, like there's a collective consciousness that engages all black women. So let me start with you, Dave. What are 3 traits that you look for in a woman? And let me say, what are the 3 most important traits to you in evaluating a potential mate?
First of all, I think compatibility. I have to have something in common with her. Another thing would be probably education and financial support. Employed.
Okay, so compatibility, education, and then financial situation.
Right.
All right, let me go on over to Brother Eric. 3 traits that you think black men look for in a potential mate. What are the most important 3?
I would say, first and foremost, you have to be spiritual. And in terms of financial support, that's very important. That's very important considering the plight of the man and the woman in this day and time. Women tend to be in a better position in terms of, making or being employed or bringing in X amount of money or assisting us on that level. So I believe that's important as well. Also, I would say on a support level, to have a woman that is supportive, let me put it this way, supportive unconditionally. And I believe that's important. To have a woman that, regardless of what, because all of us have flaws and different stuff like that there, but a woman that can stand the test of time and can love you unconditionally and not necessarily back you when you're wrong or support you, to the total when you're wrong, but regardless of what, at the end of the day, to be supportive unconditionally.
Excellent, excellent. Let me come on over to Brother John. So far we've heard spirituality is important. Compatibility is important. The financial situation that a black woman brings to the relationship is important. Her level of education may also be important. And the one thing that Brother Eric mentioned that I thought was uniquely important was unconditional support. The underlining the unconditional. And we're going to come back to that. You may share the exact same ideas as the two previous brothers, but is there anything you would want to add to that? What are your three most important traits in evaluating a potential partner?
Well, one of them is definitely spirituality. Second is goal orientated. And the third, I'm going to share with Brother A, unconditional support. Because I know for me, I just want a woman to love me for me. Through my good, through my bad. Love me for me. And I'll do the same. I'll love you back. Same way.
Powerful, powerful. I want to write that down. Love me for me. Okay, not for what I have or what you think I can probably bring later. Interesting. Brother Douglas, I want to come on over to you.
Yes, sir.
We've heard spirituality, compatibility, economics, education, unconditional support, having goals of her own, originality, loving me for who I am, and not any great expectations that you haven't disclosed.
Yes, sir.
What do you think are three of the most important qualities that a black woman brings to the table when she's preparing to get into a long-term relationship with a black man?
She has to be a God-fearing woman for me. She has to have high self-esteem. And she has to have a positive disposition.
And another word for positive disposition is attitude.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because
Attitude.
when I see women and their gaze are down, I don't see that as positive. No matter how my day might go, I believe that every day that God wakes me up is a good day. So I hold my head up high. Okay? I want you to see my eyes, because I believe that the eyes are the window to the soul. And I want you to see me. And if I'm looking at you, I want to see you. And I want to know that you're very confident with yourself and that your self-esteem level is up to par. And if I know that your self-esteem level is up to par and you're looking like that, I know that you're a firm believer in the Creator as well.
And let me ask you something, Brother Douglas, while you're on that topic of high self-esteem.
Yes, sir.
A lot of our women, because of the war on black men,
Yes, sir.
don't grow up with their fathers at home.
Correct.
We know when the sister doesn't have her father, that is the building blocks for low self-esteem.
Yes.
Understanding that so many women grew up fatherless and will have that self-esteem issue, how do you think they could best navigate the relationship terrain, recognizing that they're coming to the table with a potential deficiency to begin with?
Come to the table with a man that already has his self-esteem in order, and in retrospective, he will not allow you to allow your self-esteem to be any lower than what it has to be.
He'll pull you on up.
Right.
Powerful. Let me come over to John. A lot of sisters, one of the biggest issues is that black men don't want to marry us. Black women have the lowest marriage rate in America. Statistically, only 1 out of every 4 black women is going to get married. Most sisters attribute that to the fact that we are not responsible enough to take on a wife. My question to you is, are there other reasons than that for why some black men are skeptical or a little afraid of settling down with the 21st century black women? What are some other reasons why brothers are saying, let me take this slow? Why aren't we so quick to jump over that hill with our sisters?